Hello. In this video, we are going to solve problems involving right triangles, and we are going to be using trigonometry ratios to find the missing angles. Starting on the problem on the left, the first step is to identify the angle of reference. In this case, this is the angle of reference, the one I'm highlighting in purple. This is a Greek letter called theta, which means we do not know what the angle is. That's why we have a missing angle. Once we identify the angle of reference, we have to classify the sides. The side across the angle of reference is the opposite side. Here is a 90-degree angle. Across the 90-degree angle, we have the hypotenuse. And the third side is called the adjacent. If we look at the SOHCAHTOA, the mnemonic that is useful when solving problems involving right triangles, we have opposite is 15 and hypotenuse is 30. So the trigonometry function that uses opposite and hypotenuse is sine. So opposite and hypotenuse. That means that when we use sine, we have to look at the angle of reference, which is theta, equal to, and then the ratio would be opposite over hypotenuse, opposite being 15, hypotenuse being 30. In this problem, when you're trying to solve for an angle, we have to use the inverse function. Currently, we have the equation involving a sine. Therefore, we have to use the inverse of the sine function, which is written as, this is the inverse function. Some calculators also have it as a sine. That stands for arcsine. These two are the opposite or inverse of the sine function. If I were to apply the inverse to this sine, they would cancel out and leave me theta equals, on the other side, I have to use the inverse of the sine function with this fraction going in the parentheses, because we're trying to find the arcsine of this fraction. So theta equals, we're going to use a calculator to find the inverse of 15 over 30. So I will go shift sine. This is the inverse of the sine, and our fraction is 15 over 30. We equal, and our result would be 30 degrees. Going back to the problem, this lets us know that theta equals 30 degrees.